All right. Welcome, everybody. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here
Hello.
this afternoon. It's a beautiful day in Washington State. I was just outside watering my flowers. We even got a heat advisory here. Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm here with Wisdom Seeker Joan.
Hello.
Welcome, Joan, and Mark, Spirit Whisperer, and we're really happy to all be here with you. Yeah. Yep. Are you
Thanks for
doing
having
the,
us.
the Queen wave? The
Little
Queen
queen
wave? Mark?
wave.
Yes, the Queen wave.
How does the king wave? I wonder.
Oh, I don't know,
We'll
but
find out.
this one is flying a hole. So
Oh,
that's what we used to do
I like that one.
way back when we used to do the drinking games. You'd have to do this thing where someone would pull this and someone would do that, and then you had to do all of them. But if you didn't do it right, you had to take a big swig of something, beer or
Oh,
whatever.
I love it.
Yeah. So hello, everybody. Welcome, Sherry and Wiki and a light worker, Rhonda, Pierrette. Very good to see you. I'm sure we'll have some more folks coming in. Um, so I guess Terry's back, isn't she? Is Terry back?
Oh, I haven't seen her. I haven't heard from her.
Yeah, not on the show, but she's back from Japan. I can't wait to see
Great.
her.
Ooh,
Great. And so what's been going on with you guys? Anything?
yeah. You remember that song, I'm Turning Japanese? I'm turning
Oh, talking
Turning
Japanese.
Japanese.
Talking Japanese.
really.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Yeah.
same old, same old.
Same old stuff. Huh?
Going through the days.
Going through the day. Same old with Alaska as well, I can
Yeah,
see.
she's back
Although
there
the feet aren't up yet. Yeah, feet aren't up yet.
snoozing on the side, and Buttercup's behind me, of course. So we're in our spots and,
Oh, that's awesome. That's
moving
awesome.
along.
So, hello,
Everybody's
Lisa and Carolyn. Hello, Jen's Free. Good to see you. And Lori Gerback. Is that how you say it? Yeah, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Joan, tell them about your crabapple tree.
Oh, my crabapple tree. I'm so excited. Winters are long here. So when that thing finally goes into bloom, I get very excited about it. But I noticed today that there was one branch that was starting to hang down on the power line. So I got out there with my ladder and the saw and taking
Uh-huh.
that little limb down, and you couldn't let them go to waste. So I've got 4
Yeah,
different bouquets of crab apples, and
they're
there's
beautiful.
just a couple of lilacs coming too. So it smells really good in here.
Oh,
Yeah,
I miss them. I
I have
miss them. I
a big
love lilac.
lilac bush tree thing, and
Yeah.
this year it just skipped the bloom part.
Oh,
And I'm
maybe
so
because it was a late spring. Because
it's
you've had some
because the weather
weird.
here is just crazy. It's
Yeah,
That's weird.
nobody knows
yeah.
what's happening, but it all leafed out. But I went, but what? No, my
Maybe they're
snowball
coming yet.
bushes. Yeah, what on?
Maybe they're coming yet. It
Well,
takes
I
a little
hope.
while. Yeah.
Maybe I'm hoping.
It's
One
usually
side.
May. It's
Yeah.
usually May. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
One side of the yard is all lilacs, but I had them trimmed back this year because they're getting into the lines, overhead lines again. So I won't be getting as many. You're supposed to
Yeah.
wait until after they bloom, but it was cheaper to get this guy and do it now. So I didn't have a. Oh
Yeah.
well, they'll
Oh,
be great next year.
I have
they
a
just
snowball bush that has big white flowers on it, kind of like the
Oh,
blooms, but they don't smell like the apple blossoms smell so delicious.
yeah,
I had
they're
the same
fun.
thing. I have beautiful flowers out there, but they don't have a smell to them. So, they're pretty to look at though. So I'm
Yeah.
just going to leave them on where they are.
Hey,
Hello, Maruta. Hello, Gail. Oh, your French lilac is blooming in Southwest Pennsylvania. Okay.
lovely.
So maybe it's coming, Mark. Maybe it's coming. I
Oh
hope
yeah.
so.
I
Yeah.
love flowers so much.
Oh,
Last
I
year
know.
I planted 6 new kind of fence vines, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
they had this cool pink um, honeysuckle, which I'd never seen before. But the
Uh-huh.
flowers are pink, so I planted a couple of those, and then some other different kinds. And so I noticed those are coming back up. I didn't
That's
know if they
awesome.
would because of the temperature, but it's nice.
Yeah. I've got my lavender coming back. And that's the one thing about living in Washington is usually the lavender here is fabulous. They have huge lavender farms. And I know this sounds really gross, but lavender iced coffee is delicious.
Mm.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
I know. I
Imagine
know. I
that,
thought
huh?
I got to try that sometime, and I did. And it was like, oh, wow, I can't get enough of this. Very good. Delicious.
N-
Yeah.
Now, you take some and dry it and put in your drawers as a sachet.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. Uh-huh.
But that
Yep.
smells delicious when it's growing.
And you
Like
just got to
the
spray
lavender
it.
plants smell so good.
That's right.
Wow.
Hmm.
And just to, after you've had it in there in like a little sachet, it goes away. But if you spray it with some water and let it dry, it comes out again. So yeah.
That's so cool.
Ooh, I never heard of this lavender oatmeal latte. Oat milk latte. Good for you, honey.
Oh,
Yeah. Wow. I
welcome to
haven't
the
tried
gardening
oatmeal.
hour.
Yeah, I know. Oh my
You have to be
God.
kind of sparing with lavender though, because it can go into like kind of soapy or
Yeah, I get
perfume.
it. Mm-hmm.
But if you just
Yep.
lightly touch, I think you have a little more success. Well, unless you just love it, but
Uh-huh. Yep. And my mother was always a big lavender person. She would be, and well, she liked all the purple flowers because she liked purple. I think
yeah.
that was what she was really going on with. So welcome to
Wisteria
those.
is a beautiful purple one.
Oh, it is.
I used to have a giant wisteria tree, and I just loved it. So it smelled like a spice rack.
Ooh,
This tree we moved in that house, but it was already 50 years old, the tree. And so it just covered the whole trail. It was like a patio roof. And so all of it was wisteria.
Oh,
And it was just so beautiful. And it grew into a jacaranda tree, which also has purple
also is
flowers.
purple. Yeah.
yes.
So it was just purple, like all over the.
It's
Oh,
everywhere,
it's
huh?
so beautiful. I loved it so much. And then
So
we had
Peg,
lavender in the front. Yeah.
yep. So Peg, you're
There's a
right.
good
I have
idea.
actually bought like a neckerchief for my dogs that was stuffed with lavender, and they were really, really calm. It's real calming for them. So
Beautiful.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, they finally have wisteria that grows in Minnesota now, so that's on my list.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was always very jealous of people I had zone envy. We're in, I think, 4 or something, and I had zone 3 envy.
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
They're an
Have you heard
interesting tree.
of a princess flowering tree, Mark? I have not
No,
heard of that. No.
but I'm gonna
Okay.
look it up now.
Okay. Well, if it's got purple flowers, I wonder if
Yep.
I love the smell of jasmine too. Oh my goodness.
Oh
That
yeah.
stuff smells really good too. Yeah.
And
Oh,
there's
hi,
one
Jean.
called Carolina jasmine. It's a
Hi,
yellow one,
Jean.
and that smells really good too. It's different than the other the white jasmine,
Uh-huh.
but it's bright yellow. Oh, and it just smells so sweet and heavenly. Mm.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Something about it. And it just infuses the whole idea of spring and new life and energy to me. So that's great. That's
And those
wonderful.
flowers.
Yeah. All right. So Pam, all right. I'll read off who I've got for some questions here. Peg said you used lavender infused collars for the cats. Doesn't it also help to keep away the fleas? I'm not sure because I don't have cats, but yeah, yep. All right, Ellen, I got yours. All right, honeysuckle. Oh yeah, honeysuckle smells good too. All right.
We used to suck the honey out of honeysuckles. Did you ever do that?
Yes, yes.
No.
Oh
Really?
yeah, you suck the little bottom.
Except I think I did it out of columbine. I thought they were honeysuckle. We called them honeysuckle, but they're actually columbine.
Oh.
So I'm
a wild honeysuckle that we do it out of.
Yeah, well, yeah. Interesting.
All I remember is cutting raw rhubarb and sticking it into sugar, I think it was, to make it not so you could eat it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bitter and sour.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. All right. So we've got Wiki, Melissa, a light worker, Rhonda, Holly, Pam, and Ellen. That's who is on our list today. We thank you all for being here. And there's Alice L. I'm glad to see you, Alice. And I'm going to see you next week. And I'm excited about that. Yeah. So here we go.
Psychic Jean is here.
I know.
And I'm going on her show on Saturday, so I'll see her.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
But I think before we get going, we have to give the multitasker award to Allie, because we're keeping up this conversation about all these different plans, and you were just doing all the technical stuff on and just made it look so easy. And I can tell you, it's not. So good on you, girl.
Oh, thanks. That's my middle name, multitask.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's like people
Okay.
tell me, how can you teach 7 classes? And I said, watch me. Thank you. Thank you, dear. And thank you to all of you for being here today. Yeah, I'm glad you went over to Joan's channel too and gave her the thumbs up. Yep, we are, just so you all know, we are simulcasting on all 3 channels today. So you may not see all of the comments, and that's because of the simulcasting. But we're all here and we see you. So here we go.
Look,
Okay.
honeysuckle tea. That sounds interesting.
It does.
Jans Free
Yum.
said they made tea out of honeysuckle.
Ooh, I love that.
I like it.
Okay, Peg, I've added you to the questions, and Adam, and I'm going to have to say at this point that we need to close the questions because we've got enough for this hour. So I've put the rest of you in. All right, here we go. All right, so Wiki wants a message from her guides. All right. Oh, dry the honeysuckle, then you can brew it.
Okay.
Hi,
The
Fern.
flowers, you mean, Jans Free? You dry the flowers? Anyway, sorry.
Probably. Can't you do that with a lot of flowers? I know you can eat some flowers too, like is it pansies or something like that?
You can eat nasturtiums.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, they look kind of like pansies, but they're usually orange and yellow. You can eat the flowers and the leaves of those. Salad and stuff.
Okay. Down to business here. But I like this conversation has just lifted the vibe, and so Spirit's in on it too. So I tuned into Wiki to get a message from your guides, and what I got was the image of a big orange going through space, and it had wings on it. And of course, it's like, okay, what's the deal? What's the deal here? And they were saying it's about you can enjoy and put forth the sweetness and the lightness of being a spiritual high vibe being, but also protect yourself because the orange is so sweet, but it comes in its own protective shell. It's almost like it's the fruit version of a turtle, and even the rind is sweet and edible and everything too, but it's also protective. So they're saying balance those things. If you are going to be working on raising your vibe and being a spiritual person, it's also important to protect yourself. So, and you know how to do that. Just put a bubble of protection around you, or ask that Archangel Michael to protect you. But they're saying it's not either or. It's both and that will making that a part of your routine, a regular part of your routine, is going to allow you to continue to raise your vibration and enjoy more of the sweetness.
What a nice message. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Let's see what I got here. Ooh. So we're talking about flowers, and I have some flower cards. How about that? First one I got is gladiolas, which are strength. So there you go. Be strong, even through the hard times. And I just love the pinks. Have your heart be strong, and more and more. I got an orchid, and it's listed as fertility. And, it could be any kind of fertility. It doesn't have to be babies. But something is fertile for you. The ground is fertile for you. And so walk into it with your strength and know that it's there for you. And everything is in its own order. And this is a crocus, I guess. It's a crocus. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
So there's your flowers for you today.
Flower cards. I like them.
Yeah.
Wiki. It's interesting because, Joan was talking to you. Basically, right when she said this word, this card came out, protection. Simultaneously, as you were saying. And so I'm going to go ahead and double up on that one with you again, because they're just saying, and sometimes I'll just say, in my circle of light, and just put that circle of light around you. it doesn't have to be a real long, huge, process. Also, sage is good to burn around you, kind of help put that little circle around you, or what other kind of things you might hear. But it just says, um, or it also could just be reminding you that spirit protects you when you work with it. So it's also just kind of reminding you of that. But I also think you're going through another shift to change in awareness and advancement, more opening. So I get change and resurrection. So just more, another level, moving up another level of vibrations, what I'm hearing, spiritually going through another shift, a shift of awareness. So that's great.
Ground is fertile.
That's a nice positive change that you're moving through. And I think you're working on it. It feels like because it's like, what is it? Natural karma. It comes back, this positive change, because you've been invoking it and asking for it. And it comes from spirit, your spirit team. And you said a message for my guides. And this is the message that they're saying, which is, I love you.
Oh,
It's your love letter.
yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
right there with you, looking over you and all you do, and they love and adore you. There you go.
That's a nice message.
Yeah.
Thanks, Wiki. Mark, Lisa wanted you to know this. She did the manifestation on getting an apartment with a washer dryer after a TV ad went on saying how they can find apartments with washers and dryers in them.
Yep. That's just
There
what
you
we
go,
were talking
Lisa.
about in the video, Lisa. Those the way the universe kind of starts bubbling up and shows you that they're working with you. So they'll give you those little signs and signals.
Yeah.
And it's great when you see them and pay attention and then you go, thank you,
Yeah.
universe.
It's great to get that validation, Lisa. Thanks for sharing it.
I love it.
Yes.
Love
Perfect.
Yeah. So, Melissa Lucero, welcome, dear. Will I ever be blessed to conceive and be a mom? So, we will see what our guides can tell us for you.
Lucero.
I just want to say welcome to everybody that I haven't had a chance to personally welcome. Thank you all for being here on all three channels today. We love you. Thank you.
Do you mind if I jump in?
Go right ahead.
I right away I tuned in and my third eye just lit up really, really strongly. And I heard the word envision it, and put more of your energy behind envisioning and feeling it than will I, the yes or no kind of thing. Even though I know that's really hard, because if it's not, you want to kind of go on with your life. Then I went to my pendulum and it circled for a long time, like and then it did go yes, but it circled for a long time. So I think those two things together mean now would be a really good time to do some manifestation, living in the feeling of, won't it be great on the next time Mother's Day comes rolling around, or in a couple Mother's Days, that I'll be in mom too, and feeling the joy of that, rather than the yearning. And that's really, really hard to do. I understand that. But it seems like the time is right to get in there and influence. It's sort of like you get in and you can push the pendulum into the outcome you want. So
Yep.
I think it's going to happen, but now is a good time to energetically help make it happen.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Are you ready, Mark?
Yeah, unless you want to go ahead. I'm fine either way.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Joan and I are a little bit in the same wavelength so far on the first two. Because the very first thing I had heard was choose it. And so to make that conscious choice, rather than just leaving it all up to kind of, the universe or the, choose it. You can have what you want. So go ahead and make the choice on your own and think about it. And you might say, well, but I don't have a partner. Still, I don't know if you do or not, but just go ahead and choose the baby. Because I did my pendulum and mine went zooming, yes. And it was pretty big, yes. So I feel like that is in your future and that's something you can choose and have. But they were talking to me a lot like what Joan was saying, sort of own it. I like that, what she was talking about on Mother's Day, a little exercise or a little ritual of some sort about how, maybe next year I'll be celebrating my first Mother's Day, or and kind of pick that and imagine it and live in that reality already and bring it into your life. But I think it's coming. You're choosing it just brings more clarity to the whole thing. And it says clarity down there. You can't really see it, but it does. He's got that balance. It brings balance and clarity because it's kind of from the earth up, and then the heaven down will do its part, but they kind of want you to join in with it, sort of like any kind of manifestation or creation. But certainly, I kind of get that was one of the reasons you're here is to raise a child, at least one.
Wow. Okay. So, Melissa, first one I got is a storm, and I just feel like maybe the storm is almost over. Maybe what you've been going through is like a storm, and you have to get through on the other side of it. And so I see that you've been having difficulty. And so, just remember that after the storm, the rainbow, right? It's asking you to do prayers, which could be manifestation or affirmations if you're not a prayer person. See yourself as pregnant. See yourself with pushing your baby down the street in a stroller, those kinds of things. But it's the biggest thing is have faith. Have faith, because yes, it looks like it's going to happen. Because look at the beautiful yellow at the top and on the sides. It's almost like a head and embracing somebody. Yeah, it's beautiful.
I need to jump in again if you don't mind. They just put the memory in my head, which is amazing because not a lot of them don't stick there. I have two instances of a friend and a relative who they were having a hard time conceiving. And I just read in some angel book. This is like back in the late 80s, probably late 80s. And I'd read a story where if you take a painting of an angel and put it in your bedroom over the bed, things can happen. And in both cases, like within 2 or 3 months after I told that story to these different people, they sent me news that the woman was pregnant. And that's awesome. Something to try. Put an angel over your bed.
And I have a funny one. My husband's a chiropractor, and people have come into him and said, I really want to have a baby. And he says, I've made a lot of women pregnant with his adjustments. So people look at him like, okay, buddy, and we don't take that that's too serious to say these days. Can't say that anymore. It's kind of.
Well, Pan is also a god of fertility, so you can call on him.
There you go.
Although I feel like you're pretty fertile. I feel like.
But her name's not Myrtle. Okay.
No.
Okay.
A light worker.
All right. A light worker wonders if any guides have her guides have a message for her. Oh yeah, acupuncture too. Oh, she's going to try the angel. Good.
Does my guide have a message for me?
All right. So what I got for you, a light worker, I have protecting love that's surrounding you. And look at it reminds me of a little, I don't know if it's Native American, in because it's got the feathers, but you have protecting love around you, and they are grateful for all that you do, and you remember to provide gratitude to them as well. And they're still trying to communicate just with you. They want to be able to communicate with you through your dreams or through any kind of communication that you're willing to go through, automatic writing, whatever it is that you feel would work for you.
Yeah, I got the communication part too, right away. Both my ears, and usually I don't feel stuff in my ears, but my ears were like there was something there, and throat,
Mm.
and heart chakra too. So it's either they want to communicate, they want you are saying they want to get the message of love through, and you might find yourself being able to clairaudience might be something coming up for you, but it might be that uh, it might be going back to something you used to do, because I pulled a card and I got rediscovery. So if this is something that you used to do as a kid, you used to hear things, or I don't know, whatever. And then I also got the hummingbird, release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way. So I think, but I could see where the hummingbird could be kind of like communication too, the way it flips around from place to place. So it's a good positive message. I wish it could be a little more specific, but it definitely has something. They're looking to communicate more directly with you.
Yeah.
What do you get, Mark?
A light worker. Yeah. Well, I hear that you've been working on this, communicating back and forth, talking to the universe. I feel like you can connect specifically, because it's all God really, but you can connect specifically with the divine feminine energy. It feels like that's kind of around you, kind of knocking a little bit with you. But the big message I'm getting overall is they're saying, you got this, you're doing better than you're giving yourself credit for. So on some level, just allow it to be and step back a little bit. Sometimes we can think, I got to make this happen, or I'm going to work it into happening, or trying a little too hard. So they just want you to breathe, relax, and allow it to be, because you're already, the communication's right there. Sometimes if you start getting into the mental thing, you can stop it. So I just think they want you to breathe, relax, and allow. They were just talking to me about that very thing today when I was in the tub, about that. Just allow it to be. Don't try so hard. Just let it be. Just let it be. So
We have to think of the Beatles song then, whenever we're feeling stressed out, right?
yeah,
Let it be.
Very good.
There you go. Thanks,
we
Eli.
want to be perfect too, and I'm talking about me. And so then we try too hard, and that kind of gets in the way. It's like,
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yep. You don't want to push it, something like that.
yeah.
So Ellen was wondering if there's a message from her son, Michael.
And I'm assuming that Michael's on the other side.
I believe he is. Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that, Ellen. Okay.
Yeah. Michael.
Yes, Craig, that's true. Don't try so hard. Yep. There you go. All right.
Yeah, see, Craig, I know that sounds just like spirit saying, hold on, relax a little.
We all do it though.
Yeah. I literally just got that today again. So, it's not the first time I've heard that.
We have to remind ourselves.
Yeah. He passed in 21.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Ellen.
September.
Oh, wow. All right, Ellen. I think this is pretty powerful. Things are starting to surface in your spiritual life. And it may not be that you'll be able to communicate with Michael yourself. However, you are a medium. You can work with the other side. It's harder to be able to communicate with those that we love. It's easier to communicate with other people. But it's surfacing for you, it's coming, and they want you to feel confident that what it is that you get is what's happening. You aren't dreaming it. It isn't something that you're imagining. It is happening to you. So make sure that you have the confidence in that, and trust what you hear and feel.
Yeah.
When I tuned in, I tend to see odd images, and what I saw right away was, at the Midway, if you go to the fair or something like that, at night they have all the lights on, and there's that one ride that's like a tall pole, and then they have a bunch of swings or something on it, and when it spins around, the swings go out like that. And that's what I saw. I saw like a string of lights connecting from the ground up to the top of that, and then there's this. It's like this party going on with the swings swinging around up there. So I think what he's saying is that we're still connected. He's having a good time, but you can be part of the party. What else? What messages?
So she knows
Okay.
he's around, but I guess she hasn't heard him yet. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's fascinating. Yeah.
Okay. And I did say, I got the Archangel Metatron for you. Remember who you are. So and who you are is Michael's mother, and you'll always be that. And he loved rides. Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely there, and he was emphasizing your connection. And I also was seeing like they'd go down for a little bit and then up. So it might vary the strength of the connection, but he's definitely with you and sees that you're still connected. He was emphasizing that you are still connected together.
Yeah. Noises.
What did you get, Mark?
Okay. Yeah. I'm about to tell you.
Wow.
Just a second. I'm just going to pull one other card, just kind of get a little bit of a topper on there. Okay, what was that? Of course, I can't read it. All right. Well, first of all, sweetie, he wants to tell you how grateful he is that he was raised with love, like a loving energy. Like I get the Queen of Cups, but you grew him with love, and he appreciates that. There was always an abundance of that, and he felt it from you, and it really pretty much made him who he is. He says it put him in a good seat. Now we're looking kind of like where he is now, but it's the King of Cups. So it's that energy you raised him in, allowed him to be able to express love and energy because his mom taught him how. And that served him well, even on the other side. He also says that's how we stay connected. It's through the love. You can commune with me. That's the little key, the little just you can communicate with me through your heart and through that love we have for one another. That's kind of the way you'll start the communication, or certainly it's a way you can start. And so we get the High Priestess. It's kind of saying the same thing the ladies have been saying, that this is available to you. You're psychic. You're able to communicate with the other side. He knows this. You know this. So let's get with it. He says, don't be sad about me. Get sad squirrel, but it's upside down. So he don't want you to hang around feeling sad, even still. No, that comes up. But he wants you to know he's doing good on the other side. He's not a sad squirrel over there. He actually feels like active, and it's like been fulfilling for him on some level. So, but I think he would like to communicate, like where you can hear him if you want to. Okay.
Wow.
I
So
wanted to
yes,
jump
go
back in
ahead.
just a little bit. When I pulled this one, it said, "Remember who you are," and I said, "You're his mother." I think I pulled this one because I was like, "What does this really mean?" I think this is his way of saying Happy Mother's Day.
There you go.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Wow. That's so sweet.
he
Oh.
loves squirrels. Oh, I love that little squirrel.
You
Sad.
know, it's got to be. This is so weird. My son and I, we watch Christmas Vacation 100 times, and one time a squirrel is in the Christmas tree, and the guy goes, "Squirrel," and we laugh about that. And my son has a shirt with that on it. I found a coffee cup today that says "squirrel" on it. So squirrels are the message of the day. There you go.
Yeah, and
Wonderful.
I think you might be. There's a message coming because I was just pulled. And a lot of times this happens after I'm done. I'll pull my card, probably like the way Joe did,
Right. Yeah.
because
Uh-huh.
the energy's going and stuff. And they go, "Wait a
Uh-huh.
minute before you end." But look at this lady holding the moon. Here we are again, using our psychic
Uh-huh.
abilities. But it says, "Get ready for what comes next." So receiving the
Squirrel.
message.
Yep,
Okay,
yep, yep,
great,
yep.
love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so Rhonda Rue wonders if her friend Robin has any messages, and I'm taking it that Robin is on the other side as well.
Right.
Okay. Hi, Richie. Donna O'Brien.
And Robin.
Okay, thanks, Rhonda. Oh, wow. All right, so I pulled these, I was led to pull these other cards for you, Rhonda. And the first one I got is um, this side doesn't even begin hold a candle to the side that we're all on over here. Everything is just so much better. Everything is beautiful, and I absolutely love it over here. And I'm learning how to master what's going on because I'm enjoying my time here. And wish you were here with me, although I don't want you to have to leave in order to do that. Um, she says, I've earned my wings already. And, because I'm really working very, very hard at it. And I saw Earth more as a jail cell compared to what I have over here. Over here, I have the world at my fingertips. Just a different message.
Mm-hmm. I love it, though. It was a good message.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting that you said something about the jail cell,
Mm-hmm.
because part of I'll start at the beginning. What she said to me was she considered your friendship a real treasure, and then I started getting all these images of the treasure chest and a lock coming to unlock the treasure chest, or a
Uh-huh.
key coming to
Uh-huh.
unlock the treasure chest, and then you saw all the pearls and the jewels and everything pouring out of it. And she was I was getting the impression that the message was she so treasured the friendship while she was there, but now she sees even more how beautiful it is and how grateful she is for it. Um, but I just found that whole thing about that kind of goes to what you were saying about the jail cell, and now things are unlocked and she's feeling freer and even more grateful for your relationship, your friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because she wanted me to use those cards too, Allie.
Really? I
Yep.
felt called to them by her.
I did
Yeah.
too. Like all of a sudden, oh
Yes.
no, I got to
Okay.
go with those this time.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And I
Yep.
feel like it was Robin that wanted it. For
Yeah.
one thing, I think she thought they'd be funnier or something. Seems like she has a sense of humor. I get the feeling
She
you guys
does.
laughed a lot together or something. But she kind of went, get the funny cards. I feel like,
Oh.
oh no, you had a falling
So
out.
she's trying to make you smile,
Yeah.
Rhonda. Yeah. I
Uh,
think she's sorry. Yeah.
that's why she showed me this maze card, because you guys kind of been through it. You kind of been through all of it. Best of times, the worst of times, everything in between. It's like a little bit of a maze. I feel like you may have drank together a few times. She gives me the drunken sailor.
There's the funny cards.
It's also like that you had good times together, you played and had fun. She is funny. And that, you shared good times. But certainly that end part wasn't really the sum of your whole. That seems like she don't like that's the way it was when she passed. She says, though, that since she passed, we get the old graveyard card, that she sees the world from a whole different point of view. We get the world. And things look so differently from here. And
you get the world, too.
Yeah,
oh, my God.
I know, isn't it weird? And that the maze isn't really a maze when she looks at it from up there. We partied like drunken sailors. I love it. Because I went, oh no, not the drunken sailor card, but she wanted that really to hopefully make you laugh and smile, because that's really what she liked. You two were like, in some ways, two of a kind, sort of, even though you may have, you were very different individuals, but you really shared a lot. So she's grateful for the time with you. I would say she would consider you one of her bestest buddies.
Yeah.
Even if you had a disagreement, still in all, in an overview, it's like, oh, that time I shared with Rhonda was really a great time,
Yeah, I agree.
So that's great. I really feel she's here because she told both of us to draw
to pull those cards.
And, I was like, not going to use these today. And then I was like, oh, no. So anyway.
And she knows all, like Mark said, she sees the maze, she sees all the things that were happening down here, and she's up there and she goes, why did we even do that? That's so stupid.
I know.
So, that's
really
good. I'm glad it's healing for you, dear.
Yes.
I'm so glad.
That makes
way
all this
out of
worthwhile.
proportion, whatever it was.
Yep. All right. So Holly DeShane has a final hearing with Social Security next month. What do you see as the outcome?
I'm going to assume this is for Social Security disability, probably.
Disability, I'm guessing. Yeah. Is it Holly?
Okay.
Holly, yeah. I have a final hearing with Social Security in June.
If we're wrong, Holly, let us know. But I think that must be.
Is she trying to get it early?
Well, no, she might be getting a disability, Social Security disability,
Yeah, because I was kind of.
Yes, it is, she said. Yeah, it is.
When you're unable to work anymore due to a disability, you get Social Security disability.
We don't have hearings usually if you want to get your.
Right. So that's just what I want to be clear on. It felt like it's a little before 65 or something like that, but that would be because there's a, injury.
And what I did not know about regular Social Security was if you continue to work while you take Social Security and you make more money, they change your amount you get monthly. If because they bring the highest group of money that you've ever made. That's how they figure out what you get paid. I didn't know that. I had no idea.
Well, you can still make some money.
You can, but I made more than I should have, but I still took it because my mother only lived like 4 months, had Social Security for 4 months, and then she was dead. And I said, I don't care. I'm going to take it. Like I took it at 66.2 or something like that. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Now, where were we?
Sorry. Social Security here.
Okay. Now I remember. I was getting, it seems positive, but they're saying to get your ducks in a row because I saw these little yellow chicks. They were all kind of all over the sidewalk. They were walking behind a woman in a green. Oh, it was the color green of your icon here. I could see her from kind of the shoulders down. She had a briefcase and sensible shoes. She was walking and the ducks were following her and they got in a row. So get your ducks in a row. And then I saw the image of a, like an older man, just the head and face of it. And I got the impression that this is a guide who you can request to work with you on this. Say, and just ask, I want to get my ducks in a row, and I want my guides to send me an experienced Social Security disability attorney who can help me with this, and to help me get my ducks in a row. And I'm sure you're working with one on this side, which is great, but the guy on the other side wants to pitch in too. So, and they're not going to take a commission. So see if you can do that, and just ask whomever you're working with on this side, or any advisors you are, exactly what you need to do, but then call in the spiritual team too. And I get that done when you put that effort in. Don't just kind of show up there and leave it to chance. Anything you can do to kind of dot all the I's and cross all the T's and go back over everything, because as you're saying, this is the final one. So you want to.
Yeah, she does have a lawyer. So yeah.
Good. You call in the spiritual team too. Good luck, Holly.
Yes, good luck. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I did my pendulum. It says the outcome will be positive. And then I drew 2 cards. It says worrying is over. So
Oh, wow.
it's like worrying and fretting, but it's upside down. And then right behind it, success.
Success. Oh, that's
success.
good.
It might not be exactly, it might be a little bit more, but I feel like it's going to be a win in the end, and I feel like this is it, kind of, that we're not going to go farther after this one, or, we put a cap on it, or hooray. You said you've been working for 3 years. Yeah. So
that's a long time.
Anyway, those are good cards, and I feel positive about the outcome.
I got a rainbow, which is, what's on the other side of the rainbow. You've got your watchdog with you, your lawyer, and he's there for you, because this has been brewing like a cauldron of, but resurrection is coming. Bright sunny day. Things are gonna. Yeah, I get the same thing. Things are gonna be okay. So good luck. I hope so. I hope that's what you get for news. And we'd love to hear about it, if you can come back and tell us at some point. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks,
all the best, Holly.
Yes, Holly. All right. We've got Pam Cunningham thanking us and would like a message from, I don't know if you want spirit guide or a sprite guide, because there are sprites out there. They're fairies. So I don't know if you did that or you meant it to be a spirit guide. So.
Well, that's true. She could have a sprite guide.
She could.
But I think she meant spirit. But we'll see.
I think, it's probably true. Ooh. All right, Pam. So the first one I pull is cherry blossoms. It's telling you to seize the day. Carpe diem. Whatever it is, it's ready for you. Seize it and go forward. Good luck is now on your side. I think that's dogwood, or it's Genestra, but it's good luck card. It's on your side. And then you get chamomile, and you know what chamomile does. It calms your stomach down if you're not feeling well. So the chamomile here is telling you, relax and enjoy the journey. You are ready. You can seize the day. You have good luck, but also relax into it, and it will find its way to you.
I got, when I tuned in first, my chakra was just lighting up, thinking that you're very much in tune, like you're almost channeling something. And it's funny because I just pulled a card and it says, bring heaven to earth. So it is bringing that vibration of the divine down to earth. But then what I actually saw was, it's kind of like the clouds parted, and I saw this heart of pink flowers, and this is before you showed your card, Allie. but it was this heart made of pink flowers, but they drew my attention to, oh, it looks so perfect and wonderful and joyful, but you have to be very careful with it because underneath there's like little prickers and things in
Little
there.
prickers, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
or just little sharp twigs. So, but focus on the positive, focus on the love, and that will help you deal with any difficulties along the path. But it did all start up with a connection that almost felt like channeling. So
Wow.
yeah, and bringing heaven to earth, and it will be lovely.
Great.
Cool. Pam. Um, I love that she tried to correct it and it still didn't. It still says sprit. um,
Maybe she's thirsty.
I'm still thinking you mean spirit. Love you, sweetie. I'm getting that there's something there's an opportunity coming for you to act on. So we get page of coins. So this is coming your way. I thinking of it as spirit bringing you an opportunity to act upon, or it could be something you've been asking for or looking to create, but it's on its way. It's about to be. They're going to hand it right to you. This is what is it? The 6 of coins, more earthly gifts. But sometimes this is called charity, or you're dividing things between people. But they're handing it out to you. I think it's going to be right there for you. They're just reminding you, don't let your, what I call ego mind or negative mind get in the way. Stay in your higher mind. So we get these 2 cards. Wish I could have made the 5 of Swords, which is like arguey, nattery mind, and then the High Priestess. So stay in the higher mind, not in the lower mind. This is another way these cards are saying, focus on what you want, not what you don't want. So don't give that any time of day. What I don't want, just ignore it, let that go. And
Yeah.
just focus here on your mighty powers with spirit and your connection with spirit, because this gift that's coming requires you to be a magician. Use your
Oh,
connection with heaven and earth to create good for yourself and everyone concerned. So I feel like that's what's on its way for you, according
yeah.
to these cards. Yeah.
And carpe diem.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Wonderful. All right. I got a 2-part question here next. And the second part, I'll just read to you because it has to do with this. This is a question for Pan and everyone else. I was told that the girl that showed interest for me at the gym is actually trying to use me as an emotional support whenever she breaks up with her boyfriend. Please let me know if you think this is true and what energies are you picking up from her. That's the rest of it.
Okay. This is for Adam.
It's okay, baby.
Okay, hush, hush, hush. You guys go ahead. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting that she might not be a good choice for you. The first thing I saw was a broken heart, and that's pretty. Even to me, that's pretty clear. That
Yep.
and I asked the pendulum: is she a good choice for you? No. Is she trying to use you? And yet it was yes. So
Okay.
I would say you can be a friend, but going back to the very beginning, put up the barriers a little bit and decide. Uh, don't allow yourself to be used.
Well, I did. I got the same kind of thing, Adam. I get a mirror, and usually it's a self-reflection, but I'm feeling as though this woman is all about herself, and her own self-interest. And that's what I see in having this mirror card. She's looking at herself and saying, I, me, my, everything is me. And then I get a grenade, which is like explosive. It just isn't a good card for this relationship. It's, huge obstacles, conflicts. You don't want to get involved in that. And there are some gossips and rumors around it. And you want to be careful because there's some insincere people around her as well. That's what I get. So I agree with Joan. Unfortunately for you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's best to know up front.
Yeah.
I forgot to unmute. Hey, Adam. This is what I'm hearing. Okay. I'm going to say this phrase I say all the time, but I want you to really listen to it. What you believe is what you receive. So you got to work a little bit on your belief systems. You're kind of attracting what you don't want rather than what you want. Now, that's not blaming you or anything like that. That's what we all are really good at because we've been taught to do it. So they really want you to go within, choose what you want. And then don't go out there looking for evidence that it isn't it. Sometimes you kind of go, is this it? Is this it? And you're almost open yourself up to getting what you don't want. I'm having a hard time saying it. The way you create what you want, one of the ways, is to keep your focus steady on that. And you create it out of love. It's not out of loss or lack. You want to create a relationship that not only gives you love, but that you give in return. It's a back and forth. It's not, and say, even if she did want to just have a friendship and it's not really going to develop into something else, well, that's okay too. But a friendship would be better than nothing, kind of a thing. So I just want you to keep focusing in on what you want and try not to let the worries and the frets and the fears, I may never find anybody. I'm going to live all alone for the rest of my life. There's nobody out there for me. Nobody, blah, blah, blah. Toss it, toss it, toss it, let it go. And then change those thoughts into what would suit me. Because it's out there, Adam.
Yeah.
But and I know this from my own experience. It's kind of like you're cheating yourself out of the gift. Before it comes in, you sort of sabotage it yourself with negative kind of thinking. And it's stuff that you've been taught, kiddo. So I'm not blaming you about it or anything like that. We all have it. But the good news is you can replace that thinking with positive thinking. If you practice just a little bit, your brain will wise up and go, oh, maybe I'll support his efforts with a more positive support. You can get your brain to be on your side rather than to keep spewing out that old stuff it learned and it thinks it's serving you and it isn't. So I'm just hearing a lot of that for you today. That's why I get the hermit, because they want you to go within, choose what you want. Don't look for it outside you. You'll find it within first, and then it will manifest outwardly. So I know people don't like to hear that, but that's really the truth. And that little negative mind that we all have, it puts here's the Ace of Cups, which is what you want, but it kind of turns it upside down before you get it. It spills it before you get to hold it. It's trying to get to you. Because look, you got the Ace of Cups and the Chariot. So, but they're both upside down. But so it's trying its best to get to you, kiddo. It hears what you want. So don't lose faith and don't give it up. You have to stick to it, and believe. You got to believe. in spirit and in God, and that there's good for you too. You're not somehow left out of it, and believe in it to receive it. What you believe is what you receive, kiddo. So I hope that didn't sound like a lecture, because I didn't mean it to, because I really want you to have what you want, and I do see it there.
Mhm.
It just right before you get it, it sort of goes, and I know that's frustrating. So I'm still holding a nice positive thought for you, buddy.
It reminds me too of your of worry. When we worry about something, we worry, and we're paying a debt for something we may not even owe. So remember that too, everybody. We don't need to worry as much
Yeah,
as
that
we.
worry is that nattering mind I'm
Yep,
talking about. Sometimes it's like
yep,
worry, it changes its emotions, but it
yep.
doesn't really feel good or helpful.
Correct. Wiki wanted you to know that the dog she's sitting for has been better, not perfect, but better, and on not jumping at other dogs. And thanks to you and Pan.
Oh, good. Great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Nice.
Thank you, guys.
So this just came in, and I thought it would be fun to read on as we go out the door here.
Okay.
Have you heard of Skinwalker Ranch? Have either of you heard of Skinwalker Ranch?
Yep.
I have, but I don't have a lot of information about it.
Yep.
Okay. So it is a ranch that's in Arizona, and there's been a lot of strange things that have happened there. Okay. And that kind of, the Native Americans have said that it has to do with some kind of a, I don't know, not a demon, but something like that. Her son was in school less than 10 miles from there. The whole time he was there, he had outrageous dreams he believes were about his possible future lives. That's just fascinating to me. So I
Yeah.
thought I'd ask you guys about it. But
This is around 10 miles from the Skinwalker. Yeah, because I know of it, but I haven't really taken the time to see what it's all about. You know what I mean? I keep seeing it, and I keep thinking, oh, I need to watch something about that, but I haven't yet.
oh, it's by Dinosaur, Utah. And Ellen said maybe it's a portal for aliens. Okay. Let me just pull some cards on it and see. It is. I did watch a few things that were done there. I don't think I'd want to be there because there's been a lot of people that work there that ended up getting hurt really badly there. So
Yeah, when I look at videos or documentaries about it, it all looks very scary. So it's like, click, nope, not going to watch that.
So ML says, didn't you read on that, Mark, or was that Debbie?
I think that was Debbie. I haven't read on
Okay.
it.
Okay. So I get the wax seal here, and the wax seal can mean a lot of different things, but it is messages, and it is conclusions that are reached. So if he was within a 10-mile proximity of a place that sort of is, I use the word spookified, it's kind of a crazy word, but it's very possible that he was picking up some of those things that were coming around. And hopefully they weren't really bad dreams. There is a female involved in here. There's a female energy that's involved. And it is, they're trying to shake up people there. It's like when you shake up a soda, it fizzles all over the place. That's what I'm getting. But I'm not sure why your son is feeling it. But honestly, I think sometimes there is a circle around these places. And so there is an ability to, okay, you drove by it, Craig, but didn't experience. But he's like staying at school there. That's why I think it was.
Yeah.
That was the question. Yeah. Okay.
It's funny that you got the overflow, because before you said that, I picked a card that said, let's see, what does it say? Abundance, step into the overflow. So I think it was sort of maybe they weren't actually targeting him, but he was picking up on that. And you can see it. It looks like just all kinds of little bubbles and things from that waterfall coming down. And he was picking up, and they were sort of working with him. And when I first tuned in, I heard not just future, but past lives too. He was getting stuff about the future and about the whole range of things. So I'm not sure if he remembered all of those too, but they were, yeah, he would, it wasn't like they were really individually targeting him, but there's just so much energy around that he was connected and picked up on it.
He was connected with it. Yeah.
It was in short, it was the real deal.
Yeah, maybe because he wasn't so close, it wasn't as negative as these other things have been when they're, yeah.
Right. Well, I hear that there is something in that energy or that area that's like metaphysical. It's not really something we normally know.
Right.
But also the energy has like a lot of other stuff attached to it. It's like got it's not as pure as it once was. It sort of comes with a little bit of baggage, that energy.
Yeah, it definitely does, Mark. It does.
And so that's what this looks like to me, is like, ooh, there's some baggage with it. And so it's not as pure as it once was. And so, you know, it can do different things. But it also, you can pick up on it with your mind. Here's the King of Swords. But it can affect your mental energy. And, you know, that would also include your third eye. But it connects in there, and you can pick up on it if you're at all sensitive or open to it. And I think your son was. It's constantly sending out stuff, energy, all kinds. It's almost,
and it's
like
not good energy usually.
It's all over the place. And I also get that he picked up on past and future, just like Joan did. And some of that was right on. It's in the midst of this energy coming out. He also tuned into other people's lives, not just his, I think, but past and future. And it's in the mix. There's a lot of energy. You know, it can be confusing and stuff, I think, sometimes. It comes from love, though. It is a loving energy. It's just got this other stuff heaped on it. Or it feels like over the years, people have tried to assign other things to it or use it for different purposes that aren't necessarily.
And it got more negative. It became more and more negative.
Yeah. So it used to be kind of more like this, but it's changing. Now it has heavy old baggage on it because people have been using it funny. Anyway, that's what I'm hearing. But I think he did connect to it.
I think so. And I'm glad he was as far away as he was, because there are some people that worked in Skinwalker Ranch that weren't so lucky. They, they had heart attacks and all these other things that, Ellen, I like that idea. He could do something to protect himself at night. Maybe something with grounding. I'm just guessing. So maybe put something under his pillow that keeps him tethered more to the earth. Just a thought. I'm not sure if that's right or not.
I know very little about crystals, but I think black tourmaline is supposed to be a real protective one to have.
Sujolite. Right. There's another one. If it's a black stone, smoky quartz, those types of things. Yeah. Yes, Joe, we're all done. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
And just burn a little bit of sage. To keep it in a higher realm. So that
or wrap himself in a bubble. Yeah.
So when you do interact with it, you just stay with the higher realm aspect. Because it does seem to act like you can just tune into the good part.
Right.
You don't have to have all that, but, you'd have to be, I think, pretty expert.
That's true. I'm just glad he's 10 miles away. That's all.
Yeah, I think that helps.
That's a good thing. Well, all right, everybody. Well, thank you so much. I will not be here next week. I'll be in Sedona with Susan Lynn and Linda. These people might be having the show on their channel. They haven't decided yet, but if they do, they'll let you know. And I will be back the week after and sending you all kinds of love and appreciation for being here. And thanks to our moderators on all channels. And have a wonderful Mother's Day if you're a mom, or give mom a big hug. One or the other.
I think Debbie's going to that same thing with you guys.
She is. Yeah, she is. I forgot. She's in there. She's in that group. She's actually, there's a group of them that are doing the work, and she's part of that group. I'm just signed on with the caboose. So
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be so fun to hear your stories afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
See if you like
Thanks,
cigarettes.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mwah. Thanks,
Have a
everybody.
good one.
Good to see you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.